Liberty men's soccer team opens the regular season at Osborne Stadium on Friday night against the Southern Virginia Knights. For more on that, we visit now with the head coach of the Flames, Jeff Alder. And, Coach, time for talk is over. The time for practice is just about finished, and it's time to play a game. Is this team ready to go?
Oh, we're ready to roll. I mean, and we told the boys, the red light goes on tomorrow night, okay? And when that red light goes on, you just keep running, chasing, fighting. We like our spirit. We like our togetherness. We've got some depth, which we haven't had the last couple years due to some different injuries. So we really like where the group is. We've had a great chance to build and forge relationships during the last 2 weeks together. We've had a great chance to serve God and serve others, and we've been hitting them with our core values, but lately we've been talking about humility, and we went over it again today. James 4:6, God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. And we talk about humility, accountability, responsibility. We love their humility the last 2 weeks where they're helping kids move into the dorm. They're doing a car wash to raise money to buy school supplies for all these kids in Central Virginia. And then ultimately, they're demonstrating humility by serving each other each day at practice, on and off the field of play. And so we like what we see thus far. But now the red light goes on tomorrow, and the big eye in the sky doesn't lie. Whatever the film shows is who we are as of tomorrow.
What have you learned about your team so far on the field these first couple of weeks, practice and also with the scrimmage?
I would say the word's dynamic. I mean, when we get everybody going and everybody synchronized with our movements, with our togetherness, sharing the ball, moving the ball, we can be pretty dynamic, I think, going forward. And that depth is critical because now, we're able to get guys to go as long as they can, as hard as they can. And then now you put somebody else in and let them have a go. And so we like the group in terms of how dynamic they are.
Mentioned the scrimmage against Richard Bland. What did you get out of that opportunity for the team to actually go out there and play a game?
Well, actually, we had 2 scrimmages. We scored 7 goals, only conceded 1. And the 1 goal we conceded was an own goal, which we think we could probably have fixed in the moment, and we sure could fix it once we showed the film. But what was exciting for us is we scored 7 goals, and our top 2 goal scorers had 1 goal combined. And so we were able to get goals from different guys, different spots, and that for us is critical. Where if a team is keying on 1 guy, 2 guys, trying to slow them down, we need a 3rd option, a 4th option, a 5th option. And so we really felt, the preseason was great because we played 2 games and we scored 7 goals, and we got goals from a lot of different spots and different positions, which is critical for us when you're playing the schedule we're playing.
Yeah, when you talk about getting contributions from a lot of different people, Trey Soar, certainly big expectations for him this year. What are your expectations for him as it relates to leading this team?
Well, Trey Soar gave me a 2-page memo of goals and aspirations for him and for the team, and number 1 on that list was he wanted to run the team Bible study. So for me, that speaks volumes of who he is and what he's about. And then all the other parts of the list were really talking about, hey, how can the team win and compete for championships and glorify God? And so he has personal goals in terms of goals and assists, but ultimately, he's excited about trying to lead these guys off the field in hopes of developing them and trying to complete them as they perform on the field. But he'll be a marked man. Kevin will be a marked man. Regal will be a marked man. And that's where we feel we've added some depth around them to help alleviate some of the pressure that they may feel. But Trey Soar's got big hopes and dreams for the team first and foremost, and then as an individual secondarily. And I told him, look, if he takes care of his business on the field, we think the team's got a chance to be very successful. But I'm also excited because he wants to lead the team Bible study, and that speaks volumes. Here you have the attacking player of the year, and at the top of his list, like, hey, I want to be the guy that helps lead the Bible study. And so for me, I could not be prouder, as a coach of who this guy is right now.
Tracer Mbayu growing up in a lot of ways, not just on the field but off it as well. All right, last question. Let's look ahead to Southern Virginia. The Knights coming into here, non-Division I program, but still a talented program as well. What can you tell us about the Knights? What kind of game can folks expect to see when they come out to the stadium on Friday night?
Well, I really feel it'll be a wide-open game, and Southern Virginia has nothing to lose. Obviously, they've circled this game on their calendars for a year, and so it's a great chance for them to kind of showcase individually and collectively who they are. they've also got some older guys, some more mature guys. And so that'll be a good test for some of our young guys because they may be playing against some guys that are a little bit older than they are. But we expect the game to be wide open. Our biggest thing is, let's control what we can control, and that's our work ethic, our attitude, how we respond to some of the different situations throughout the game. And ultimately, we've got to create scoring chances, and then we've got to finish those scoring chances early in order to try and get on top of the game.
Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck coming up here on Friday night.
All right, thanks. Go Flames.
That's the head coach of the Liberty men's soccer team, Jeff Alder. Liberty in Southern Virginia kick off the 2017 season Friday night, 7 o'clock inside Osborne Stadium. For the Liberty Flames Sports Network, I'm Nick Pierce.